Can I get malware from opening an email? Go ahead, open that email, as long as that's the only thing you do. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. If you've ever wondered, and it's a question I get fairly often, whether or not just looking at an email can cause malware to be installed on your system, rest easy. It can't. The good news is that most of the ways that email used to be able to cause a problem, and I'll talk about what those were in a minute, that's generally been taken care of by all the email programs and email interfaces that you might be using to access your email. Opening an email is fine. There are three things, though, that you should not do. 1, do not enable images. 2, do not click on any links. And 3, do not open any attachments, at least until you feel safe with that specific message. If it's from someone you know, great. If it's something you're expecting, fantastic. If it's spam, if you're worried that it might be spam, or if it's already in your spam folder, if you do any of those three things, you've basically either alerted the spammer that they found a live one, or you've installed malware on your machine. But just looking, not a problem. So how did we get here? Well, in the beginning, email was plain text. There was really nothing special about it. You can still send plain text email today. It tends to be a little bit plainer, obviously by its name, tends to be more boring, doesn't have pictures, you can't do bold or italics. It focuses just on the message, and it usually uses a font that's not particularly good looking. Then HTML came along. HTML is the language that we use to create web pages. That includes things like pictures and bold and italics and all that good stuff. So email decided, yeah, we want that too, so that we can have our emails look pretty. So they implemented HTML. So far, not a problem. Then they started with something called DHTML, or dynamic HTML, and JavaScript. These two technologies, which were built on top of HTML, allow the HTML pages that you visit to do things. If you, for example, use Gmail, you may find that a lot of what you are doing with your email in a web browser is actually happening in the web browser by the programming that's included on the web page, not by going out to the Gmail servers. That same concept can cause malware to be installed. However, if it's in an email, generally the JavaScript or the DHTML is sufficiently restricted so that all of the things that could be damaging aren't. However, wasn't always this way. Like I said, we started with plain text, we started with HTML, and then we started adding actual programming to the HTML. That's when things got weird, because yes, for a while, when you opened an email message and it happened to be HTML with some of this programming enabled in it, that programming would run immediately. And if that programming then downloaded malware, yeah, just looking at the message would cause that malware to be downloaded. The worst case scenario of this was when an email program automatically advanced to the next message when another message arrived. So imagine this. You are in your email program, and at the top, you've got a list of messages, and the message you have selected is the most recent. In the preview pane down below, you see that message. Now, you walk away from your computer. While you're away, you get another message. Your email program automatically advances to that next message, and then displays in the preview pane the contents of that message. If that message were malicious, then it could in fact download and install malware without you even being present. Again, this does not happen today. That was a really bad scenario, and it's not a scenario you have to worry about, but it is the reason that many people are or remain concerned about malware in email. These days, in order for email to actually install malware on your machine, you have to do something. Looking is just fine. Now, email is still probably the #1 vector for malware getting installed on machines. But it's not because you looked at the email. It's because the attachment to that email was opened. As soon as the attachment is open, then yes, that can run software on your machine, and then basically anything can happen. So, goes back to don't open attachments you're not expecting. And to reduce the chance of spam, more spam, don't click on links, and don't enable images unless you know that the email is safe. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/1931. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.